I was just a guy who came into town. I let them see what they needed to see.
The 3 on the Enneagram has a certain vanity. They're concerned with looking like the best, with feeling like the best. The 3 is the achiever. I grew up in Miami with my good friend Michelle. I remember her dad on the beach.
You remember my dad?
Yeah, I remember him on the beach with my dad. I remember his Speedos. I remember them playing dominoes. I remember power.
Oh, absolutely. And there was a certain power, a very certain look, right?
Mm-hmm. I'd say, if anything, my dad left me with a legacy of wanting to succeed and compete and wanting to win at all costs.
Yeah, there was a version of that for me too. To succeed, to impress, to win. I get it. Let me tell you that he curated an image. And when I say curated, he curated the fuck out of that image. No matter how much or how little money they had, he always drove a Jaguar. I also have a picture of him. He's standing on a balcony, drinking a Black Russian, smoking a smoke. He's decked out, ready to go out. And he has this look on his face like, I'm just the coolest thing. You know, like, I'm so cool.
See Michael Rose on the balcony. He has competence, charisma, character. But you know, this is the thing about the 3. They hold that look at the price of vulnerability.
My dad quite literally couldn't bear to live near me. It was because he needed to maintain a look.
He had been living in Florida where he was the young cool guy. And he tried to make the move to California to be next to his daughter, Michelle. But when he got out there, the bodies were all so young, so hot, so cool, so beautiful. He felt like a nothing. And soon, she said, he just left.
He could not bear the youthfulness out here. He was a nobody.
He gave up on that chance to live with Michelle and went to Florida.
It was a defeat.
Not long after he got back to his home state, he was diagnosed with cancer. That was another collision with the 3 nightmare, the loss of swagger, of style, of the way you can control a room. Now haunted by the biggest 3 questions. What will they think of me? What will I leave?
He was diagnosed. We had some real intimate moments there, but then of course he had to be the cool chemo guy.
What did cool chemo guy look like?
Cool chemo guy looks like he's gonna get dressed up to go to chemo. He's gonna flirt with all the nurses.
The 3's fantasy is that when he leaves the room, people call him sexy, so intelligent, valuable to have around. Michael left the hospital with gifts.
So we made this like wooden beautiful box that you install on the wall. We bought like 10 different headsets and like the little Walkmans. And of course he had to have his name on it. Donated by Michael Joel Rose.
I was just a guy who came into town.
In the daylight, he let people dance around him. Everyone danced around him. I mean, the whole point is that the 3 likes to leave a legacy, right? Mm-hmm. He likes to be remembered for what he leaves and what he does. And that can affect us as daughters of 3s. I mean, I find that in me.
It's in me too. You know, he's not the sick man in the bed, but what he leaves behind him, you know? Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you one more thing, and you can include this. I'm not proud of it. Go ahead and include it. It's fine. In the end, towards the end, it was a competition between me and my mom. Whose attention is he going to want, right? And who is he going to want to be around him? Because I'm in it too. He's the best cancer patient, so I have to be the best cancer daughter. It was a competition. Who signs all the papers he needs? Who hears his last words? Those were my roles. And in a sense, I was fighting my mom for that role. And I won.
I get that. The families of threes were all competing on some sense. There's less room for vulnerability.
Yeah, well, maybe that's it.
Yeah, I know the striving in me. It's like to always be desired and always strong and always beautiful.